Hi, and welcome to my channel, The Stitchy Wife. Today it is time for a May Makes, what I have been making in May, and I'm actually filming this outside, so I hope you will hear me over the bird noises. And I couldn't help but staying outside today because we have the most amazing weather here in Sweden. It's just perfect regarding the warmth, and it is just amazing. You don't want to be inside. So join me outside. Hi, and welcome to The Stitchy Wife. I'm Elizabeth, and today you are being outside with me in the most glorious day here in Sweden. We are having the most wonderful weather at the moment, and I just had to share this with you because I can't stay inside when it is like this. So I've tried to take some photos of my makes, and I have tried to film some small pieces of some of the makes I've done, and I thought I would share them with you. And some of them I've already done a video about, so I will link that up here somewhere in that case, and I will tell you that. And I will of course link all the patterns down below. Well, this month was actually quite a productive month, even though I had such big plans for Vlogmas in May, as you that have followed me before probably already know. Well, that didn't work out so well. I got sick, and I only managed to make the last week in May actually was the only days I actually made something, and that once again thanks to the prednisolone. Those of you that have had it know what I mean. You get productive and you get energetic when you don't even think you have energy. So it is an amazing medicine, even though feels like poison sometimes, but I'm so grateful I have it, and I'm so grateful that I can get it. So don't get me wrong, it is fabulous. Well, back to my makes. Let's start at the beginning of May. I think it was even the last day in April that Handmade, Adrian, the owner of Handmade, Handmade, reached out and asked if I wanted to be a pattern tester for her. I've been it very many times before, so I love her patterns, and I love her philosophy, and I love her style, and yeah, I just love her and what she makes. So I'm so grateful to be part of her pattern testing team. And she had decided to make and had drafted a summer dress, and sleeveless. It was a more fitted bodice with what is it called? All of a sudden, why does this happen to me as soon as I start filming? I'm so sorry. Well, it is more fitted bodice with a ruched skirt. We start off by saying that, and if I'm wrong, I will insert another word here. I did as many as 4 versions. The first one I don't know if I have shown you before, because I have almost, you can say, I've done a whole Friday sews just for this dress because I love it so much. I've done 4 or 5 versions so far, and there will be many more because it is such an easy make, a fast make, and yet you feel so put together once you're wearing it. And it has a big versatility, even though it might seem when you're looking at the pattern that it is quite straightforward and simple, and you only have one make out of it, but you don't, I promise you. Just use different fabric and you get 2 different dresses. You will see that. So I started off by making wearable toile with my beloved bed linen, cotton bed linen from IKEA. It is a great toile fabric if you haven't used that before, because you can most of the time get it very cheap at IKEA once they are selling out or something like that and have some kind of sale, and at least here in Sweden. So I bought a couple of those and I use them a lot because you get a big chunk of fabric when you buy a bed linen set. So this is, so it's not a very good color on me because it washes me out completely, but I'm using it as a wearable toile, and I think it worked out great, and I will try and dye it and see how it turns out. It isn't the final fit of the pattern, so it isn't the most perfect picture for you to see how the pattern fit, because the perfect fit and the fit that Adrian actually published is this one. So when you see this, you know that this is how the pattern fits now. But I will love my other dresses too, so I can't help it. I really like them. The second one I made was a combination of a cotton linen blend, and it is this one. This also washes me out and is more of a wearable toile too, even though now I had figured out how to make it work for me. And then the third pattern, the third dress was this, also bed linen. You might see, it might seem like a pattern here, but this I bought at Jysk, and this I actually bought for a dress because I love this fabric and I have been trying to get more of it, because it is the most amazing drape. It is the softest fabric. It is I think it's pure cotton. I think it is what is that called in English? Marseille, maybe? I will write it here, and I don't know if it is the English word for it, but I hope you will get what I mean. I know that you in the UK have Jysk. I don't know about the US and the rest of the world, but I know some European countries has Jysk. So I hope you can, if you want it, you can get it. But it is, in Sweden, it is sold out on a lot of places. So it's some kind of satin cotton, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the exact content, but it is so soft and it is so lovely to have on your body. I think that one I lined the bodies because I felt that that was quite see-through, and it was also very thin fabric. So I decided to line the bodies instead of using bias binding, which is the preferred method from Adrian, which I finally used on this version. That is my final version, so to speak, and this is the new pattern that she drafted. She changed a bit, and she changed the old pattern a bit, so we started kind of over, and this was the perfect fit out of the package. So that showed me that she used the block she's used to use. So yeah, it is a great pattern, so please try it if you haven't already, and I will leave a link down below, of course, and I will insert a link up here somewhere of the Friday sews that I used to talk more about this pattern and show you even more about it and share my thoughts and so on, because it will be a lot of repeat otherwise, and I think a lot of you are keep on watching my videos, and thank you for that. Well, the second thing I made was, let me see, another pattern test actually. It was a hoodie, and this time it was for a new pattern maker from my point of view, and it is buttons and bobbins. I think I'm saying that correct. Yeah. Can you hear the rooster? I'm really outside. She was making call for pattern testers on Instagram, I think it was, and I reached out to her and I got chosen, and I really like this hoodie because it is a bit different in the hem part. That is the main difference between other hoodies and this. She has a great way of hemming it, and I will try and insert pictures of that here so you can see it, and I really like it. And yeah, otherwise it's quite a straightforward hoodie with raglan sleeves and so on, but it is, try to start off to make a hoodie, this is a great one. So if you haven't done a hoodie before and want a pattern with a few different versions, please go and check this out, because I really like her way of writing the instructions, and I really like the way it looked. So that was my second pattern test and my second make, so to speak, or even though I made 4 of the other dresses. The third make was one that I've been having cut out for, I think I cut it out last autumn maybe, and that is this olya shirt. I love the look of the olya shirt. I have loved it for a very long time and I've been so excited to make it, but I don't know why I haven't done it, to be completely honest, because something stopped me. But I cut it out and I found the version that I cut out, so I decided to do it. And it is a great shirt. The only thing to consider is that it is quite short in the sleeve department. I doubled this, and it is still almost too short, and I added nothing to the length of the bodice, and I definitely need it, as you can see here on the pictures. It has such a fantastic and intriguing way of connecting the sleeve piece. As you can see here, it is a straight line out to the sleeve, and I am in love with that version. I am going to be making many more of this. I'm going to be making, this is a cotton linen blend too, and I really like the feel of that in the summer, but I want to make a long one of this, and I want to make a dress version, and I want to make a lot of these, and I will stay put here and keep on watching this channel, and you will definitely see more olya shirt, I promise you, because I'm in love, definitely. So this was a great make, and I'm so thankful that I actually took the time to make it. And at the same time as I made that, and I think I filmed that too, so I will insert a note, or a tag about that, was the bloomer tank from Paradise Pattern. And the owner of Paradise Pattern is a Swedish, she comes from Sweden, and so it's silly that way, but once you see that there isn't that many Swedish pattern makers that made it out in the world, so to speak, and you get a bit more proud. I know it's silly, but I get proud when I see it, and I know that the assembly line has a great pattern. A lot of patterns, but I'm kind of I don't know. I like them too. I love their patterns, and I've sewn quite a lot of them. So, but I can't wait to sew the Halland dress from Paradise Pattern. This bloomer tank is a free pattern, so please go check it out. And I will leave a link down below. You have to subscribe to her newsletter, but she won't spam you, I promise you. And it is such a fun way of attaching the binding, and I've created the film based on that as a sew along and tutorial, and I hope you like that, and I hope you can get any use of it, because it was a bit hard to know what to film and so on, but I hope you got it, and that I got it actually. That is more the correct thing to say, and that you were helped with it. So I'm looking forward to doing many more of those, and I can't wait to make more tutorials and so along. And my plan for this month is to make one each week from Hey June Handmade's patterns. So if you haven't been to Hey June Handmade, that's a tongue twister today, please go check her patterns out and let me know what patterns you would like me to sew this month, because I still haven't figured out my plans video, because Whitney from Tomcat Stitchery turned it all upside down. I had it all planned out. I was quite confident with it, and all of a sudden she comes with a free, what did she call it, a basic plan for how to, no, that wasn't the word. I will insert that too, what she's calling it, and all you have to do is subscribe to her newsletter too. It is an amazing thing to get for free, and she is so incredibly I can't believe she's giving us that. But it's amazing, and it's been such a help. So I started using it yesterday because I watched the film, her video yesterday about it. I don't know if I can link her videos, but if I can, I will definitely do it down below, because she is one of the most amazing persons and the most amazing vloggers I've seen and interacted with. So please go check her out if you haven't already, and please check her newsletter out and see this guide you get, because I'm going to use that for my makes this month, for my plans this month. So I'm going to redo my plans, and I'm going to film that video tomorrow, hopefully, because hopefully there will be just as nice weather tomorrow and I will be able to film it outside. But yeah, my plan is to film a tutorial for handmade and 4 of her patterns this month, since I have the affiliate link, and it will help me a lot. If you would consider if you are consider buying from her, if you would consider using my affiliate link, because every little piece matters and makes it easier for me to create content for this channel, and it makes it easier for me to continue. And so I would be so happy if you would consider doing that. And let me know what patterns of handmade would you like me to sew, so you can see it. Back to my makes. Sorry, but as always I'm rambling, and you are probably getting used to that now. My next make was my spring dress from Nina Lee. I have wanted to make this since last year, when I saw Andrea from Beyond the Pink Door, all her makes. She has done the most amazing spring dresses, and Suzy from Threadquarters too. They are so beautiful, and I got so not jealous, but I just wanted them, and I couldn't find the pattern. And then Andrea told in a vlog of hers that you can get it on Etsy if you search the spring dress from Nina Lee, because Nina Lee hasn't produced it herself. She has drafted it and done the pattern per se, but she hasn't published it. That is one of the magazines that included that pattern in one of their numbers. So, and I couldn't get hold of that here in Sweden. So I was so happy when I could get the PDF, and it worked out a treat, even though it was a bit tricky to get together, because the X's at the pages and so on, what were supposed to go together, wasn't the greatest, to be completely honest. But it worked out, and I figured it out, and this is what it turned out to be. And the fabric is from Rainbow Fabric Kilburn, one of my first time buying from them, and I love the fabric, even though it is some polyester in it. So it was a terrible thing to iron and press. It didn't press at all, actually. It all turned into plastic. So it isn't the greatest content, I think, in this fabric, but I love it. I love the drape of it. I love the feel of it, and it isn't feeling closed in or spongy and so on, that I feel like polyester can sometimes feel. So that is great. It is a beautiful fabric, and I love my spring dress, and there will be many more spring dresses this summer, I promise you. Well, my final things I made this, no, not my final actually, but my next, what do you say, not my final, but the thing I've been working on in the end of this month has been to get my perfect dungarees. I want a workwear dungarees, and I've gotten so many suggestions from you to get inspired by, and I'm so thankful for that. I didn't manage to get to the comments. I don't know what happened. They locked it, and so that is why I haven't answered all of you. I can only answer some. I don't know if it has to do with my computer, or if it has to do with my phone or my channel, or what it is, but I'm hoping to get it fixed. And I reached out about it, and they have helped me, I think, but I still haven't gotten all info about it. So I'm getting there, and please hang on, because I love reading your comments, and I love getting back to you. That is one of the things that keeps me going. Well, I have had a project going that is getting the perfect dungarees, as I said, and I want the perfect pockets. I want I want it to be good and usable and wearable and wonderful. Just I wanted to be able to have it once I'm out in the garden, once I'm just being just a practical pair of dungarees with a lot of pockets. And I found waffle patterns with her Anzu skirt and her Azuki pants, and I've decided to combine the pockets from them with the Constance dungarees, because the Constance dungarees, as you can see here or here, is almost a perfect fit out of the packet, and it has never happened to me before. So I'm in love with these. The only thing is they are a bit wide in the legs, but that is fine. And I've only made these 3/4 lengths. They are only 3/4 lengths, so it's a bit hard for you to see, but you could probably see that they are a bit full in the legs. But that is fine. I will correct it once I'm doing the final version, or one of the final versions, because I want to make one as shorts, I want to make a full length, I want to make a 3/4 length, maybe not with all the pockets, but as is this pattern, as is with maybe one neck. No, as the shorts version won't have any extra pockets, because that will be plenty enough to have the ones I'm having on the Constance. So that version is actually something I could start with right away, come to think of it. I'm thinking about using a denim that is thinner but some stretch in it, maybe 10 or 15%, just to make it a bit more comfortable. I love my bedsheet Constance because I'm in love with the Constance, but as you can see, it's the same as I used on my marseille dress from handmade, and yeah, it's very usable, that wearable toile fabric, but now it's come to an end, so I don't have any more of it, so you won't see it anymore. But yeah, I'm in love with my Constance, as I said, and I think I'm going to use most of the pocket from the Anzu skirt. Not all of them, because not all of them are necessary or useful. I won't be having any use of them. They're nice and they're good to look at, but this is going to be a wearable and user-friendly pants, if you could say that about pants. I don't know. I hope you get what I mean. But I'm in love with the way I've come so far, and I will insert pictures of my Anzu skirt too, even though that isn't the perfect fit, because I made it a size too big as usual. And as you can see in the waist, it looks a lot more bulky than it should, and it's almost like it has bunched up in the waist completely, and I don't know where I gone wrong. But I used a stretchy almost canvas from IKEA. It was a cheap fabric, very cheap fabric, and it wasn't great. And yeah, I didn't measure myself correctly, and I wanted to make sure that I fitted the skirt, and I definitely did. So I added an extra button to close it in the waist, and that added almost more bulk, as you probably can see on the pictures. So, well, I tried it, and it was a wearable toile, that one too, and I wanted it mostly for trying out the pockets, so it doesn't matter. I don't know if I will keep it or I will donate it, because here in Sweden they take homemade clothes too to the charity shop, and I think that is great, because hopefully someone will get use of it, and it is great wearing my hammer with it. I was trying to get Peter to film me using the skirt, but he actually isn't feeling that well today, so I will have to have him film me using the dungarees instead. I hope that's okay. Well, what else have I done? The final thing I was doing was the sewing bowl challenge, and I have a Friday sew completely for that. So I will insert a link up here for the Friday sews, if I still have links left, and otherwise I will link it down below. And you can see more about what I've done and how I made it, because I used this old Burda pattern that I found in my mum's stash, that I'm so grateful that she left and didn't cut apart, because unfortunately her stroke and her suffering from dementia after that has been terrible on all her things that she had saved for me and my sister. She just destroyed them, and yeah, it's a terrible disease. And she is at peace now, and I'm grateful for that, because the last year was horrific. But I found this pattern and it made me so happy, because I know that she had a dress that she always wore in the summer using some kind of terry cloth fabric that was popular in the 70s, I think, that she had left in the 80s and used that for this pattern, because this is a vintage pattern that is from the 80s. And I can't find a picture of her in it, but if I can, I will save it and share with you some other day. But I will try and recreate her terry cloth dress with this pattern. But as a try, I used this pattern for my sewing bowl challenge, and that was great. It was a great pattern, and I got to try it out. And even though this challenge made me sew something that I might not wear that much, as I said in my Friday sews, I will explain a lot more there. But it was so much fun, and it was so great to use the creativity of my brain for something completely different, because I'm not used to that, and I'm not used to using the brain for that, I realized. And I'm definitely not good at it. But I like the result, and I will keep it because it is special to me, because I made it and I got so much out of my comfort zone. So please check that. Please check my Friday sews out if you want to know more about the sewing bowl challenge, because it is such a fun idea. This video is turning to be very long already, again, as always. But you know me by now, and I hope you think it is okay. And yeah, thank you for listening to me, and thank you for staying put and watching my makes, and I hope you have enjoyed it. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening wherever you are. And I hope, if you're not having the possibility to sew anything, that you at least can plan your sewing and dream about your sewing, because it is so amazing what that does to your body and your mind and your soul and your everything. Thank you for being a part of my life and being a part of my channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing, because that is a way of us reaching to more people and to including more people in our wonderful community. Thank you for being a part of my life. It means the world, and I hope you know it and you feel it, because I am so grateful for every one of you. Thank you, take care, and have a wonderful summer evening, or winter if you're down under. Bye for now.